Let me just say this up front. I'm a Michael Jackson fan, always have been. So I didn't walk into this movie pretending to be neutral. I walked in hoping they'd get it right. And for me, they got a lot right. You already know the baggage that comes with a Michael Jackson movie. It's unavoidable. People are arguing about it before the opening credits even roll. Family opinions, public controversy, everybody with a take. That's just the territory when you're making a film about maybe the biggest star who ever lived. So I kept my expectations simple. I wanted the music to hit. I wanted the family stuff to feel real. I wanted to feel that quiet sadness that always seemed to sit behind Michael's greatness, even in the biggest moments of his career. And honestly, this movie gave me more of that than I expected. The first thing I loved is that it doesn't drag. It opens on young Michael and the Jackson 5, and from there it's just go. Gary, Indiana, Joe pushing his boys, their start in Motown, the rise, Michael stepping out as something bigger than the group. It was 2 hours, and I was locked in the whole time. A movie like this could have easily turned into one of those glossy museum tours where you nod politely at the famous moments and then go home. This one doesn't do that. It's alive. Now we have to talk about Colman Domingo because he was amazing as Joe. Now we already know Joe Jackson was hard. That's not news. The old family TV movie showed it. Michael himself talked about it. There's a reason he called his father Joseph instead of Dad, and that tells you everything without a single speech. So the film isn't digging up some hidden truth there. What Colman does is refuse to play Joe as a cartoon villain. He gives him weight. You feel the fear in that household. You feel what it does to a kid to grow up under that. And when you're watching it, you start to understand why Michael became who he became. Not just the talent, but the wounds underneath. And then there's Jaafar Jackson. I was nervous about this one going in, because it's so easy for a role like this to go wrong. You can feel it when somebody's just doing an impression, and it comes off corny. Jaafar doesn't do that. He's not a photocopy. He's not trying to be. But there are moments, real moments, where he just is Michael. The posture, the eyes, that soft voice that could go from shy to steel in half a second. He gets the fragility. He gets the focus. He gets that quiet determination Michael had even as a kid. This sense that he knew something about himself that nobody else in the room knew yet. That's what you need in this role, not an imitation, a feeling. And Jaafar gives it to you. Here's the thing I didn't expect to feel so strongly. This isn't really a movie about the hits. It's a movie about control. Who has it? Who loses it? What it costs to take your own life back. You feel it most when the story moves into off the wall, into thriller, into bad. Michael stops being the kid everybody depended on and becomes an artist building something that belongs to him. And the sadness is always right there, even in the wins, even at the peak. The movie lets you feel that all this success didn't erase what came before it. That felt honest to me. Fans know that about Michael. It's part of why we love him, because he gave us joy out of a place that wasn't always joyful. Let's be real. People are going to say this movie plays it safe, and it does in some places. If you came in wanting a harsh, everything on the table takedown, this isn't that movie. It was never going to be. The brothers produced it, and it's made with love. It's made to protect a legacy. And as a fan, I'm not mad at that. I think some critics reviewed the movie they wanted instead of the one they actually got. That doesn't mean every criticism is wrong. The film definitely leans toward legacy over excavation. But here's the thing. Every biopic is shaped. Every single one. They all choose where to look and what to leave in the shadows. This one chose the rise. It chose the peak. It chose the legend before things got darker and messier in public. That's a legitimate choice. The ending is smart because it doesn't try to force some huge emotional button. It stops while Michael is still climbing, while he's still becoming the global figure in the fullest sense. If they'd tried to cram in everything after bad, the whole thing would have collapsed. It has that to be continued feeling all over it. And if it happens, I just hope it's as strong as this one. What I love is that the film doesn't ask me to believe everything. It asks me to sit with what it's showing me, feel the humanity in the middle of all that fame, and appreciate the talent without pretending the life was simple. For me, as a fan, that's enough. So what's my take? I loved it, plain and simple. Jaafar is good. Colman Domingo is excellent. The music works. The editing keeps it moving. The family tension gives it weight. 2 hours? Never bored. Is it the final word on Michael Jackson? Of course not. Nothing ever will be. But is it a real, emotional, beautifully made look at the rise of the greatest to ever do it? Yeah, it is. If you're a Michael Jackson fan, you need to see this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more reviews. Until next time, keep your expectations grounded, your perspective honest, and always stay rated.